Hey family, thanks so much for joining me. So I wanted to bring you another reading. Um, so take what resonates and leave the rest. Um, this is a timeless reading, so it could have already happened, could be happening now, or could happen in the future. Um, this can be a manifestation reading, so all you have to do is claim the information in the reading for your own, for your life. If you would like to work with me on astrology readings, twin flame stuff, and more, feel free to reach out to me. My information is in the description below. Um, I get the information from God and from the spirit. I don't get it from any other sources. Um, Sometimes I'll say divine masculine, and I mean divine feminine. Sometimes I'll say divine feminine, and I mean divine masculine. We have those energies in all of our bodies, so um, use those terms as they make sense in your situation. It is just energy, and let me get into the reading. If there's anything that I left out, I will try to add it as we go along. So, divine masculine, divine feminine, you may experience that you feel like you have to leave something behind or someone behind, and it may be pretty heartbreaking. You may have, had this experience with a person. You were in love with them, you love them, you want to do everything that you can to support them, encourage them, and maybe you feel like at some point they weren't appreciating you, or you feel like they weren't treating you the best, or they were not very open and honest with you, or whatever it was. And maybe it's been a while, you've been trying to hold on, trying to be patient and saying, okay, maybe this or maybe that will happen, maybe something different, maybe it's me, maybe, I need to do whatever work there is to do. And both of you have been glowing up and doing the work. That is true. But there are times when you know that you're being treated unfairly, you know that you're not being treated right, you know that someone is deceiving you, or you know that someone is doing something they shouldn't be doing. They're keeping you in the dark and they're not telling you, so that may be happening. So just know that you may have had a period where there was bliss and you felt like this is perfect, and this person is amazing, and then you went from that to what happened, things seemed to change so much. And then you went from that, to maybe they're cold, maybe you're not as close, maybe you're distant, um, and you're wondering what happened. And like I said, sometimes you're treated unfairly, and you have to let things go. Open your hand so that you can make room for something new. So new love may be coming into your life for divine masculine or divine feminine, someone who is going to appreciate you, someone who's going to spoil you, take you on trips, do things for you, propose to you, take you on a honeymoon, take you, to travel around and do all the things that both of you want to do. And maybe, the two of you have been manifesting each other, and maybe you're holding on too long in the last situation and you didn't realize that you kind of let yourself sink a little bit deeper. And it's important for you to get yourself out of this hole. And so sometimes you do need to take your time, love yourself, focus on yourself, um, engage in self-care more, treat yourself the way you know you want to be treated, and help others to learn um, how they need to treat you. And I know some people struggle. Sorry. Sorry about that. That's funny. that this was unplugged. And maybe for you, you feel like something was draining you, that you didn't feel as strong as usual, that your power was being sucked out of you. And maybe you felt like the life was sucked out of you, even. But just know that sometimes you have to check your power source and see if you need to plug back in. So, like I was saying, it's, in keeping with what I'm saying, self care, taking care of yourself, loving yourself, choosing yourself first. And sometimes people don't know how to appreciate you and they need an example maybe from you to learn that. But in the meantime, you don't have to wait if you feel like this is not the right situation for you. Sometimes it's better for you to walk into a situation that's better for you, or sometimes just spend time with you. So, but maybe you have felt like for divine masculine, divine feminine, especially, that you needed to walk away, you needed to focus on yourself, you need to take care of yourself, and you don't have to play games with people. So it might just be that you do that, and the other person is kind of shocked and appalled, hurt, heartbroken, angry, upset, and all that because they didn't think that you would make this move. But here you are doing it because you know it is the best thing for you. So sometimes you do have to do that. Sometimes you have to take care of yourself. And I know sometimes people are just shocked, excuse me, because they don't think that you'll do it. But part of being a good person, part of loving the person that you're with, is helping them to learn. One, they need to treat people right, but also, um, you don't you don't need to waste your time. If a person is not going to treat you right, you can treat yourself right, and you can open your arms up to receive a person who is going to treat you right. So it's important for you. Again, just continue to focus on you, love yourself, continue to glow up, continue to pursue your dreams and really do the things that you want to do in your life. Be willing to take risk is another um, message that I got. It's really good. So, um, sometimes it's not easy to be open to taking risks because you feel like, what if I lose? What if I lose? But if you don't take the risk, you'll never know. And maybe you could win really big if you take the risk. So I would say that might be an experience that you're having. But again, you can have new love coming in, someone who does want to treat you well, spoil you, take you on trips, you know, spend time together, really show you how you should be treated. And maybe the other person got too comfortable, maybe you got too comfortable, and you weren't treating each other the way you know you're supposed to be treated. Um, and again, like I said, maybe you feel it drained, like your your power source has been unplugged, or you feel like something's going on where you're not getting energized the way you need to. And so if you feel like that, you need to just look at the source of that experience of yours, and then focus on what you need to do to fill yourself back up, to treat yourself well, to spoil yourself, excuse me, to do the things that you know you need to do. Because if you're abandoning yourself, why would someone else want to be with you? So make sure that you're taking care of yourself, spending time with yourself, focusing on you. And when you do that, others will want to do this as well. Um, and they'll want to spend time with you. But you also consider the reason that the person was attracted to you in the first place is probably because you did do that stuff. You spent time with yourself. You focused on the things that were important to you. You lifted yourself up, but you were such a light, positivity. Um, and that didn't mean that you were 24/7 in their face. As a matter of fact, You probably were not. You probably were focused on doing the stuff that you knew you need to do in your life with yourself, for yourself. So getting back to doing that, I think will be important, but not just for short term, but like long term. Continue to take care of yourself, um, regardless whether the person is watching or not. This is not for them. This is for you. So yes, so again, thank you for joining me. As always, I say happy lightning fast manifesting, and I want to bring you another video soon. All right. Love y'all. Bye for now.